Oh, hey there. It's been a while. Welcome to Runaway Homestead. I'm Perry, and let me show you what I've been up to in the shop this fall and early winter. This is a piece of walnut rough sawn slab that made into a bench. Our son is getting ready to open a store in the Louisville area, and this will be one piece that's in it. Had a hole in it, and I did a little bit of copper inlay in that hole and then resined over it. And I got all of this 2-inch galvanized metal at an old building in town, and a lot of it they were just wanting to get rid of. And his store is going to be industrial rustic theme. He doesn't know I have this, and I'm working on 2 rails to go across over there that I've turned some dowels on the lathe that'll drop down in there and secure those rails to build on. And over here, my son found this cool door a few days ago, and was on the far side of town, which wasn't a problem, and they only wanted $10 for it. And so he went ahead and paid for it, and I went and picked it up. I have a little coffee table over here that a friend wanted. So I made that for him. He didn't want anything real big. And I'm still looking for a stand or a base for this. I may use galvanized piping and flange for it, since it's kind of narrow, but still it's a pretty cool piece. Got these at the sawmill the other day. I think one of those will fit on the stand that this table's sitting on. I've always got plenty going on, and it's double-edged sword. You feel like you got to catch up, but also, like the bench right now, polyurethane's drying on it, so it gives me something else to go to. And for myself, for having something else to go to, that keeps me from getting impatient and wanting to rush things along, which is always better. So I'm going to get back to work on turning these dowels on the lathe and getting them glued in to those 3x3 pine boards. And I don't know if my son's coming out today or not, but like I say, he doesn't know I'm doing this, and it will definitely be industrial and rustic. So back to work. So here's the piece that's going to be the main part of the frame for that table with the galvanized legs. And like I say, I've turned this to fit down inside there, so I'll get that glued, turn another one for that in, then duplicate the whole thing, and I'll have 2 rails across it to start with the top. I am also in the process of turning this maple bowl, and I've just been working on it a little bit at a time. Had a hole in it that kind of hard to tell, but that's a green epoxy. I could use a little bit more to fill that. Trying to get it flush because my tool, it continues to grab right there, and I do not want to break any of this. I rough turned it probably 3 or 4 months ago and put it in a bag of sawdust so it could dry slowly and not crack. So that's where I am with that. I've always got more than one project going on. These are some doors I talked about in an earlier video, and they're really dirty on this side, but this is going to be the front of the checkout counter in our son's store. So I'll be working on that today too. For those that don't know what this is called a biscuit joiner. And you insert these little football looking things, little biscuits, into the grooves that this cuts in each side, and it makes it stronger, but it also brings your board together at the same exact height with each other, and you don't have boards that like this one that wants to bow up, and by the time I get done with them, that'll all be back down flat and even. Runaway truck pushing all of your weight, trying to get home where I don't even know. Can I hitch a ride if it's on your way? I was 12 years old, not know which way to go or where to fall. My mama said my daddy, he died in the war. Then mama headed south with a man named George. Yeah. Join our family band, and I said, now, no thanks, mister, I got no time to stay, and I gotta go, Lord, I got to go. I keep moving on down the road, and I can't get home, and I can't get home. I've been out on the road since I was 21 years old.
my darkest night, yeah. Walked a mile and stayed a while. Spent the night on a garbage pile, but I can't figure which way to go. I left my home and went down below, then turned back around and I fell in a hole. Shovel snow, I wanna say hello, I gotta go. Moving on down a little road. Said I can't get home and I can't get home. I've been out on the road since I was 64 years old. Said I can't get home and I can't stay home. I've been out on the road since I was 83 years old. Said I can't get home and I can't get home. I've been out on the road since I don't know how old. And I've been out on the road, but I ain't never loved home.
I know my buddy Mark is probably wondering why we haven't done a video for a while. So Mark, it won't be long. I'll get this one ready to go so you have something to watch. Now I'm gonna run some boards to a planer that's Mark's, that I use all the time. It pretty much stays here, but that's the kind of guy he is. But I got to get these boards through a planer and get them attached, and like I say, come up with something to keep that table stable. Haha. Because today's Wednesday, and I don't know if he'll make it, but he hopes to be open by the weekend. I think he's still got a long way to go as far as the building being ready for him. So now let me go back over to this other table. I had these old hinges in a box, and I just threw them on here to help hold these doors together. This was already there. Another one of the hinges down there. Another one up here. This was there, as well as that piece right there. And this was off of another cabinet door that I used just to connect the doors together. And I'll put him a shelf in here. He hasn't decided if he wants anything on the floor yet or not, but he's got to decide soon. Is repurposed material other than the boards that came from the sawmill. So yeah, I mean, I like repurposing and being able to use old stuff, bring it back to life for another chance at hanging around and not going to a landfill. I've left all the old hardware on there, so I'm awful close to this piece, so it's hard to tell, but he wanted rusty metal for the sides. I incorporated, just because it's more rare, this board, they're all oak, but this is a piece of chestnut that I got at the sawmill, and it's just a really cool piece. and I just wanted to incorporate it in. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a small resin pour in that. If I do, I may do that copper again. I like the way that turned out. And I'm going to get over here to see if I can get this where you can see the front of the counter. It's kind of tight in there. But again, the rusty metal on this side. And everything about this. Okay. Here I am back in the barn a few days later. A little bit colder. I'll be coming out of this shortly. Kim came up and started a fire for me in the barn here, and so a little bit ahead there. That's just how thoughtful my wife is. And this was a really cool table that a friend gave us, and obviously made from just commercial wood, 2x4s, 2x6s, but just really neat the way it's put together. This is from their cat, as well as this here, and this over here. Hey, it's a cool misty morning here in Kentucky, as you can see. So bad about remembering the video stuff, but the counter that I got done for my son for his store, I took down there and it's in place. And well, I meant to get a video of that, but I'll have to do that next time I'm down there. I'm sure I'm gonna have other stuff to take down. But right now, I'm heading back up here to the shop to try to finish up the table that's got the 2-inch galvanized frame. Show you something I picked up yesterday. The guy I do auctions with was doing an auction at a company called Events that is huge, and they rent out stuff for special events. And I think I can see myself making several pairs of legs out of these things here, minus the artificial greenery. But that really was a pretty good find. I got these big old legs. I like those. But for now, back inside the shop, get a fire going to warm it up and see what I can get done. Hey, on this industrial table frame that rocked so bad because of the sweeps, I think I have found a solution. I got this, again, old piece of barn wood, old true 2x4, and cut 2.5-inch holes in it, and it will slide down over the pipe, and it holds this thing steady. If I have to, I will run a couple of legs down this way. It actually looked pretty stable. Let me show you this other thing I'm working on. Just cross my fingers. I'm gonna post this before Christmas, and hope Kim doesn't decide to look back on any of our videos. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna pronounce this right, but I think it's called a charcuterie board. It's a serving board that I'm making out of a piece of live edge material. And I'm using walnut oil for the finish. And so far, I really like that stuff. when she's not using it, she can hang it on the wall somewhere. But look at this grain up here. That is just really cool. So I just thought I would show you all that real quick. I may show you an update later from our son's store to show you some of the stuff I get in there. So until then, hit the bell, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and share this for us if you would, please. And have a blessed Christmas, and we will see you later.